For the first time, we are hearing from the granddaughter of the man who was shot and killed by deputies today outside the Hendricks County Courthouse. Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock. That woman talked to us just hours after this happened. Now, we've talked to her before, the first time after her two young children were killed in a crash during a Plainfield police chase back in February. That family tonight confronted with another heartache. Our Logan Gay is leading our coverage tonight. So, Logan, what did she tell you?
Well, Scott, she tells us she doesn't know why her grandfather showed up with a gun at the courthouse. In fact, she says she and her family are just as stunned as everyone else. Mark Vawter says she and her family have been taking things day by day since they laid her daughter, 2-month-old Iris, and her son, 3-year-old Aries, to rest in March at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Greenwood. Now, again, the family's facing another unimaginable tragedy.
This is not the year we were hoping for. It's just one thing after another.
She says she had just gotten home from her job when she received a phone call telling her she needed to head back to Plainfield.
An officer called me around 3 o'clock and just said, "Hey, we're at your grandfather's house. It's urgent. We need you to come by. We need to talk to you."
She called her dad and they both met at her grandfather's house. By the time she pulled up, her dad was already receiving the news.
It was made pretty clear to me that my grandpa Mark had passed.
But how he passed was something she did not expect. According to detectives, a Hendricks County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed 65-year-old Mark Vawter outside of the Hendricks County Courthouse in Danville. Police say 2 deputies were taking multiple inmates from a van and into the courthouse when they say Mark allegedly pulled a gun and pointed it toward the deputies and inmates, firing at least 1 shot. State police say deputies fired back, hitting Mark. He died at the scene.
We can't say for certain why he was there, and right now we're working with the police to help them figure it out. So far, nobody had heard anything from him that would have led us to raise any flags.
While detectives investigate the motive, we do know court records show the suspect charged in that crash that killed Jack's children, Sadani Pettis, was scheduled to be at the Hendricks County Courthouse on Monday. Jack says she was not there because she knew the date had been changed.
They're working on getting a warrant to see if maybe he left a note in his home.
But one thing Jack is certain of is her love for her grandfather and his love for his family.
He cared very deeply for my children, and he just always has family in his heart.
Jack says her grandfather Mark had been struggling with his physical and mental health for a while, even before the crash. As more information comes out, she hopes people keep all of this in mind.
Check in on your family because they might not be doing as well as you think.
So since the passing of her children, Jack has relied on the strength of her family, especially her father. Now she says she's going to have to do the same thing for her dad as he grieves his father.
Logan, thanks so much. No officers or bystanders were hurt in this shooting. The deputies involved will now be placed on administrative leave. That's standard procedure for the sheriff's office.